You think sleep is a soft, harmless thing until the night your brain decides to wage war against itself. You lie there in the dark, staring at the ceiling like it's an interrogation lamp, replaying every mistake you've ever made while your heartbeat performs a drum solo. The truth nobody tells you is this: deep rest isn't a luxury, it's a survival tactic. Your nervous system is an ancient machine designed to keep you alive in a world filled with predators, cliffs, starvation, and cold nights. It doesn't care that your biggest threat today is a deadline or a message you shouldn't have opened. When the system senses danger, real or imaginary, it locks you out of sleep like a fortress sealing its gates. So if you want better sleep, you must speak the language of that ancient system instead of trying to brute force your way through exhaustion.
Most people assume tiredness equals sleep, but fatigue without safety is just torture. The brain's amygdala, that little alarm bell behind your eyes, is constantly scanning for threats. If it finds any, an unresolved argument, an overdue bill, a memory from 5 years ago that shows up uninvited, it elevates cortisol, stiffens your muscles, and sabotages the whole operation. The trick is to convince your brain that you're not about to be ambushed. You do this by preemptively lowering the threat level. This is why rituals matter. Not the crystal in a bowl kind, but the biological ones. Dimming the lights, lowering sound, slowing breath, and repeating the same small actions every night. The brain is addicted to patterns. When it sees a pattern that leads to rest, it follows like a wolf trailing a familiar scent. Consistency creates perceived safety, and safety unlocks sleep. Then there's the problem of the mind refusing to shut up. You tell yourself to relax, and your brain responds with a slideshow of everything that could go wrong. This is where cognitive offloading becomes a survival tool. Write your thoughts down. Every unfinished task, every worry, every half-baked idea your brain insists on reciting. The moment you put it on paper, the nervous system treats it as stored. It's the psychological equivalent of setting down a heavy backpack after hours of carrying it uphill. The brain stops looping the information because it no longer feels responsible for guarding it. This works because the prefrontal cortex interprets the written word as resolved attention, reducing the pressure to keep thinking. It is a modern adaptation of an ancient strategy, externalizing the load so you can rest. You also need to understand the tyranny of artificial light. Your ancestors didn't have LEDs glaring into their retinas at midnight like a miniature sun screaming, "Daytime!" Blue light delays melatonin release, convinces yourselves the night has not arrived, and shifts your internal clock later and later until you find yourself waking up exhausted no matter how long you slept. The survival principle here is simple. Light equals danger. Darkness equals safety. So limit light exposure at night, especially cold, bright light. Warm, dim light signals your body that the world is settling. Predators are quiet, and it's finally safe to let your guard down. This section is based on practical field survival experience rather than formal academic sources. But the real enemy of deep rest isn't light, it's adrenaline. You've trained your brain to believe that lying in bed is the perfect time to solve your life. The bed becomes an arena instead of a refuge. You must retrain it. When your body first enters bed, do nothing stimulating, not even thinking. Focus on long exhalations. Breathing out longer than you breathe in activates the parasympathetic system, the brake pedal of the nervous system. It lowers heart rate, drops blood pressure, and tells your brain, "We're safe, stand down." You're not forcing sleep, you're luring it. You're convincing your biology that tonight, in this moment, nothing needs to be fought. Then there's the temperature trap. When your core temperature drops by about 1 degree Celsius, sleep comes quickly and deeply. This is why people sleep better in cool rooms. The drop signals the brain to transition into rest mode. Your survival machinery evolved for nights in caves and forests, not climate-controlled apartments. Lowering your room temperature even slightly mimics the natural environmental cues that humans relied on for millennia. It makes your body say, "Ah, night has truly come." This section is based on practical field survival experience rather than formal academic sources.
Finally, the most counterintuitive insight. You must stop treating sleep like an opponent. The harder you try to force it, the more your brain interprets urgency as danger. If you lie there thinking, "I need to sleep right now," congratulations, you've just activated the same systems your ancestors used when they heard a twig snap in the dark. Instead, shift the goal. Don't aim for sleep, aim for rest. Deep, slow breathing, stillness, allowing thoughts to float without gripping them. When you aim for rest, sleep sneaks in uninvited, like a silent ally returning to camp after you stop keeping watch for it.
Better sleep is not a battle won with willpower, supplements, or perfect conditions. It's a negotiation with an ancient operating system designed to keep you alive, not happy. When you understand how that system thinks, its rhythms, its fears, its patterns, you stop fighting it. You start working with it. And in the quiet that follows, sleep finally finds you, not as an enemy conquered, but as a long-lost friend returning home.